I'm Daniel Markham. I wrote the domain model for domain modeling, and I've got some cool stuff this week. A bunch of stuff has been going on, and it all kind of came together in one essay. It was just sort of a kismet kind of magical thing. Well, the first thing that happened was, wow, I had to hack up some of my blog stuff. I've taken Tiny Giant Books mostly offline, but I wanted to use it for a while longer. Most of the material is actually going in the books that are coming up. Anyway, so I wanted to create a single page JSON app that delivered Markdown. So that took up a couple hours. It was fun. Other than that, it's actually been sort of essay stuff. So the three topics that came together this week. The first one is something that's been bugging me for a long time, and there's an essay on one of the technical sites just now about how when you grow up programming, like in the 80s or even the 90s to some degree, programming was sort of a tool of exploration, right? You used programming to understand and improve whatever you were doing. It seems like that over the last 10 or 20 years, that's kind of gone away. Programming sort of become its own thing to do. It reminds me a lot of writing. You know, when writing first came out, at first the people who wrote, like Cicero and Aristotle and some other people, really smart people, they used writing as a magic superpower. And then as Rome sort of crumbled apart, we came across this idea of scribes, that if we had to write something, we just give the scribe something to write. And we suffered for that. It took us quite a while to grow because we thought we could kind of offshore our thinking. It seems like programming is kind of going down that same alley where we're trying to use programming instead of thought. Not sure, but it's been bugging me. Second thing was a friend of mine on Twitter was talking about certification programs, college degrees. And his point was, you know, what are we going to do without certification programs? We all know that they have problems, and we all talk about how we wouldn't trust them. But okay, Bub, what's the response? What's the answer to that? Well, that was a pretty good question. And the third thing is actually four things. The third thing was Synecdoche, and Synecdoche is a sort of a thing inside another thing. So if we talk like we say a bunch of suits are coming to talk to us from the main office. You know, we're not really talking about real suits. We're talking about managers. So Synecdoche is like using a piece of something to stand for something bigger. And then the final thing was sort of evaluating code from a language neutral perspective. This has been something I've been working on quite a while. And actually, as I worked on the sort of code evaluation from a language neutral perspective, it sort of fed into this other stuff. And that's all in the essay. Fun stuff. It's, I don't know, it's probably a 15-minute read. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any feedback, let me know. And I will see you on the internet.